Okay, let us first solve these two questions that I will be taking in this video that are JEE advanced PYQs by the way, and then we will get into the entire matter of why I chose these two questions even though they seem very innocent and what it teaches us about JEE as a whole. So the first one is from trigonometric ratios roughly speaking, and we have this expression whose value we have to find when cot x is minus 5 upon root 11. So this is a pretty straightforward question in my mind. What you have to do is just open these two brackets, combine terms in a way that you get sine a plus b and cos a plus b terms. So from here you have sine a sine b. Similarly from here you can have cos a cos b. From here you can have sine a cos b and cos a sine b. Like by now it should be clear that these two will be forming two very straight terms that can be reduced to sine a plus b and cos a plus b. So simply, as I said, combine these two terms and then combine these two terms. This will very easily be cos 6x minus 11x plus 2 cos a minus b, and this is sine a minus b, sine 6x cos 11x by 2 minus cos x sine 11x by 2. Simply we have cos x by 2 plus sine x by 2. Now let us leave it here. We have an information that is cot x is minus root 5 on under root 11. From here, this is, you can basically take this as cos 2 theta because we have to find cos x by 2. So we can take it as we have the value of cot 2 theta and we need to find cot theta out of this. So again, very straightforward, nothing very major in this question. So let us take cot x is equal to cot square x by 2 minus 1 upon 2 cot x by 2. Let this value be y. So we will get a quadratic. This value you have given minus 5 by under root 11. You will solve this quadratic by using quadratic formula. Then very simply you will get two values of y as you get in any quadratic equation. Now the thing to remember is x was given as lying between pi by 2 and pi, therefore x by 2 will lie between pi by 4 and pi by 2, and in that range cot is always positive. So we will choose which value we have to choose. We can find from this condition that the positive one, so it will be minus 10 plus 12 upon 2 root 11. So finally cot x by 2 we will have as 1 upon root 11. Now you know this is basic trigonometry. If you have an acute angled triangle, right angle by the way, and you have one ratio, you can find all the other ratios. So because this is cot, so this will be 1, this will be under root 11. Basically ratio wise, does not need to be one unit, it can be any unit, but the ratio will be the same. So here you will find the hypotenuse by Pythagoras theorem. So simply by that way you can find cos x by 2, similarly sin x by 2, and the addition which is the required expression is, and the required expression is 1 plus under root 11 upon 2 root 3. Whatever is the answer you can take it. Such a straightforward question for JEE Advanced, and we are all so scared that what this exam is like. Let us see another one. This is from JEE Advanced 2015. Another question which is, again you will see it's very straightforward, and remember that these two are not some very old questions that we are talking about, because earlier there used to be questions that now can seem very easy because now you have access to so much material. So that is why the examiners also have to upgrade themselves and ask tougher questions. But back then students were not fortunate enough to have the amount of material that you guys have, plus the competition was even less. So back then they could focus on one key concept, but now they have to focus on many key concepts, and so the questions become tough. Some questions, we'll get to that later. So we have to find the number of distinct solutions of this equation. Again, a simple question of trigonometric equations chapter. The range is this. So as I've told you in previous videos as well, when we have solved trigonometry, whenever you have equations of this type, look for formula that is similar. So this easily resembles a square plus b square, and this resembles a cube and b cube. This resembles, I'm not saying that it is exactly the same, because here a is cos square x, b is sin square x. Similarly here a is cos square x, b is sin square x. And also I have told you how to identify which term to leave as it is. So this term, just leave it as it is, because there's no need to expand this as of now. Go step by step. These two look like the perfect candidates to be simplified first. If afterwards we will find that this needs to be changed, then we can do that. But as of now, this seems very straightforward. So this is how you need to think about which terms or which formula to apply when it comes to trigonometry, because there are thousands of formula that you can apply, right? By combining various terms. So simply this is a square plus b square whole square minus 2a square b square. So the first term will be this one. This is not a mod, I'm just separating it. Similarly, this will be a plus b whole cube minus 3ab plus a plus b, where a is cos square x and b is sin square x. So this entire term will be a plus b whole cube, minus 3ab a plus b. Very easily we can see that everywhere sin square x plus cos square x will be 1. Remember that whenever you have product of terms, think in some terms of sign. So this will be divide by 4, 4 will enter inside the bracket, it will become 2, it will be 2 sin x cos x. Similarly here, 2 sin x cos x divided by 4, 1, 1, 2 will get cancelled. Then finally the equation will reduce to 5 by 4 cos square 2x minus 5 by 4 sin square 2x is equal to 0. So basically tan square 2x is 1, and this is again a very straightforward equation. Whenever you have tan square theta is equal to tan square alpha, the value of theta, this is the constant and this is the variable, the value of theta is n pi plus minus alpha. So instead of theta you have 2x, and instead of alpha you have pi by 4. So 2x is nothing but n pi plus minus pi by 4. Put this here and this here. So we will get the value of x in this term. This is the value of x. Remember that solutions are to lie between 0 and pi by 2 according to the question. Simply start putting value from 0. You will get pi by 8, 3 pi by 8. This when n is equal to 1. Similarly, when n is equal to 2, 3 and so on. So finally the number of solutions is 8, and this is again a pretty straightforward answer to this question. Again, maybe plus 4 marks. So the entire point of making this video is because in the previous videos we have seen questions that are taken explicitly for the purpose of enumerating some basic concept when it comes to those chapters. For example, complex numbers, theory of equations, sequence and series, trigonometry, so on. But in this particular video, I took these two questions which are very straightforward, yet nonetheless they came for JEE Advanced, and that too in the recent years. And my whole point of making this video is to make you realize that not all questions in JEE Advanced will be tough. Some will be very easy like these ones, or maybe moderately easy. But what students do is, because they focus so much on the tougher parts of any chapter when they are preparing, whenever they are preparing, they ask which book to solve, how much to solve, which exercise to solve. But the main thing in both JEE Mains and JEE Advanced should be first to complete the entire syllabus. Why? Because if you are not doing it, you will miss questions that can be very easy to solve. So in the pursuit of chasing the tougher questions, you can miss the easier and medium questions that can actually get you a very good rank in JEE Advanced. And in JEE Mains, then it's even more simpler questions, right? There it becomes even more important to complete the syllabus. So I've always said that if there are two options in front of you, first to solve a chapter to its very depths, or to let it be where it is, right? To complete it, to solve questions till a level, you have completed the chapter, solve questions to a level, move to another chapter, complete it, because the syllabus is vast. If after that you have time, then go in the depth. I'm not saying that never go into the depths, because that will increase your problem solving ability. Any chapter, when you go to sufficient depth, because problem solving ability is a general skill, so it will apply to every chapter. So you can take any chapter and go to its very depth if you want that, and I think everyone should do that. But then select chapters from which to in which to go to the extreme depths, chapters that can test many skills at once. So chapters like complex numbers, permutation and combination, definite integration, these are chapters that mix concepts from so many chapters. So it is better to go and solve very hard level questions in those chapters. But at the same time, remember that won't keep on doing that for every chapter. If the choice is between solving very advanced questions and between completing the syllabus, please complete the syllabus first. Because again, it can happen that you will, suppose a very easy question comes from a chapter that you completely left, then, and in pursuit of that, you could not solve the tougher questions from a chapter which you had already prepared. So all of that time, in a sense, is wasted. Not entirely wasted, because even if you are not qualifying, the knowledge you have will serve you throughout your engineering, and the problem solving skills that you developed will serve you throughout. But when it comes specifically to qualifying the exam, you will definitely fall back. So this channel is not just about giving you solutions to tough questions, or just bringing up questions every day for the sake of solving them, or for the sake of putting more videos, but for the sake of adding value to our JA preparation and talking about all these aspects that come in addition to just studying. So questions are strategically chosen, as I've said previously many times, to enumerate certain concepts that I feel will help you throughout different chapters, plus to develop your logical skills. So for all of that, keep following the page, subscribe to the channel, watch our other videos, and keep studying. Thank you.